What is up, everybody? My name is Andrew and welcome to Space Engineer Survival, episode number 13 on Pertam. In this episode, we're going to be doing something pretty cool. We're going to be doing what I've been calling the Dune Powerbank. That's going to be our main task, is doing the power bank that's going to be out in the dunes over there that you totally can't see, first because it's nighttime and second because there's a storm going on. So that is our main task, but first we're going to get to a couple of other smaller things. And then we'll do the Dune Powerbank when it becomes daytime, because we want to be able to actually see what we're doing. But before we go any further, I do want to point out that we did a lot of off-camera work, and just because we did do a lot of off-camera work, I actually recorded it, and I'm going to upload it as an unlisted video. So if you'd like to watch all of our off-camera work that we did between episode 12 and this episode, you can actually watch that. There's a link to it in the description, but be warned, it's less commented, it's less edited, and it's probably a lot more, I don't know, I try to edit these videos so they're at least a little bit fast-paced, so things are always kind of happening, but that one's not really edited very much, so it's a lot of, like, busy work, a lot of mining, a lot of welding, and that sort of thing. But if you don't want to watch it, no worries, I'll show you what we did anyway. So the first thing that we did is we finished welding almost everything in the base. So let me turn on our light here. Where's my, there we go. So we finished welding almost everything in the base, including the ceiling tiles, the roof tiles, all these like heavy armor blocks that we had down here. We finished welding those up. We also did a lot of mining. What else did we do? We added this nice roof over this kind of hallway that we had last episode. So previously we didn't have this roof, but we still had this walkway. I think it looks better with a roof, but you can be the judge of that if you would like. Let's see what else. All of this, by the way, again, link in the description. You can watch this live if you want to. It's not a live stream, but you can watch it, like, you can watch me kind of do it if you would like. We also connected this with that little connection right there. It's not actually welded, so we do need to still weld it, but at least the connection is made. We just need to weld all these. In fact, let's start with welding all those real quick. That's probably a pretty easy task. We just need to get a bunch of these blocks right here. Let me switch to them. These ones right here. So let's go ahead and try and weld these. Starting with, I guess, the ones closest to the this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and break. Oops. I'm gonna go ahead and break that temporarily. All right, with all of those welded, this wall is now connected as well to the base, which is good because that means these guys can now pull ammo. Which actually, I do want to make more ammo because I think. Last I checked, I think this turret actually does not have any ammo in it because there's none to pull. Oh no, it does, because I manually... But like, these guys like to eat up all the ammo. So if you take a look, you have 84 in here. You only have 30 in there. So they don't, like, automatically distribute ammo. And I'm sure there's probably a script for it, because there seems to be a script for everything. But let's, real quick, fill up here. And I want to go and make some more ammo. And then I'll show you the last thing that we did with the off-camera work. Which is a script. So yeah, if you want to see me live scripting, you can go and watch that off-camera stuff. Always a fun time. Alright, so if we go to our little bunker, we can see our final script that we did, which is, like, I've only made the script. It's not really doing much yet, but it is simply an alert script. So currently we have the on-off script right here, which powers everything on and off. And then we also have the alert script right here, which currently makes the lights red, but it also calls these two new timer blocks. But they just don't have anything set up. So what we could set up is like a sound block that will make like a wee-oo sound, you know, like an alert sound. We could also set up these doors. Actually, you know what? Let's get these doors finished right now. Since we're here and we can do it, let's get these doors set up. I believe I have to build an interior wall though before I can do that. So one moment while I come over here. Let's build that up. Oh, maybe I've already done it. Hang on. Ah, okay, I need to build a door, not a hangar. Okay, so let me go and build a door. Okay, is there anywhere we actually want to use a door block? I don't really think so, so I think we're just going to place a door and delete it. We'll keep the materials, though, because I do want to place one up in the bunker area. Okay, so now we should be able to grab hangar blocks as well. Oh my gosh. Hangar block. Okay. Now these guys are really strong, I think. Yeah, they require 350 steel plates. So they're very strong, and we're gonna have 2 layers of them. Some of you guys have mentioned, by the way, that my med bay is technically in the line of fire if they're shooting from here. So like they basically shoot through these blocks and hit the med bay. I guess it's possible. Maybe we want to move the med bay back a little bit, just so that it's not in the line of fire. I don't know. That's for a different time, I guess. But these are basically going to go right here. So we're going to have that one right there, and then we can have... I don't know if we want to have them like moving sideways. No, I think from the top is best. 1, 2. Actually, these ones, let me not place quite yet because I want to place these guys here real quick. So let me come back with a couple materials. I'm going to weld in this stuff, and then I'll be right back. Also, it looks like daytime is coming, so maybe we can start on the Dune Powerbank in a few moments. So yeah, the Dune Powerbank is going to basically eliminate the need for these guys right here. We'll still have these three right there, those three towers, because they, first of all, they look awesome, and second of all, I just kind of want them to provide us with some backup power. But the Dune Powerbank is going to be basically a bunch of Izzy's solar alignment scripts just out there getting sunlight. So it's going to be pretty awesome. Hopefully, that's the idea at least. All right, let's weld this in real quick, and then we should be able to run through with these guys as well and weld those. These are going to take a couple of trips, so let me just cut to when these are welded, I guess. Alright, this should probably be our final trip right here. Yes. Okay, so now we have both layers, I guess, are welded. Let me go in here real quick and I'll rename them, because I want to name them inner and outer. Okay, with them named and grouped properly, I now have the inner and the outer doors. What I can do is I can go ahead and run over here. And then I have my, so this is for the alert script that we're working on currently. What I just want to do is, real quick, okay, program alert. I believe I have two timers, so I have alert on and I have alert off. So when the alert comes on, it triggers this one, and when the alert comes off, it triggers this one. It's very simple, or it's very much like this one right here. And again, if you want to see me actually do the scripting for this, I do some of it in the off-camera episode. What is that up there? A super gremlin might fly over us in a second, but I think we have some time here. So let me real quick set up our actions here, and we're going to set up the both of these groups to close when this triggers. We haven't set them to reopen when it untriggers. Do I want to get in battle positions? I think I might. Let's because that's going to run right over us. Let's get in our battle positions really quickly. I did also add this off camera because there was a potential attack. I don't really think it's actually going to get in our shooting range, but we can at least keep an eye on it and marvel at it as it passes us. I wonder if it has a shadow. We probably wouldn't see it. It'd be miles away. But there it is. Yeah, I don't think it's going to come in our range. But if we wanted to shoot at it, I guess we'd shoot at those things right there and they'd drop the solar panels for us. It looks so weird from this angle. Yeah, I think it's actually turning. It's not going to face us. All right, so for now what I'm going to do is I am actually going to open these once the alert is turned off. I might actually change that in the future though. I might in the script I might save the state of these, and then once the alert is turned off it just goes back to the original state, whether that be open or closed. Currently though, it's going to be very simple. When the alert is on, it's open. Or no, when the alert is off, it's open. When the alert comes on, boom, they immediately close and provide protection to our lovely this thing. Awesome. Now I did want to add a door, and I think do I not have anything in? I don't have anything in there. I can't add the door. All right, we're just going to turn our alert off here, and that should open these. All right, not bad. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to do real quick is I wanted to add a door right here because it just kind of makes sense for there to be one. I don't know. I just like the door right there. And then we might even add like some blocks there eventually. Can we just, wait, can we place them like this? I saw it come up for a second. Oh, maybe we're placing it right there. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Just a little block. Oh, we got some lag. Does that mean a reaver spawning? Every time the game lags now, I think a reaver might be spawning. Oh man, I'm getting paranoid. I still don't even know if they can spawn. I think we're like right on the edge of like their smallest level. Because reavers spawn with your like strength level. So I think we're just right on the edge of them being able to spawn. Which means probably if we add like one more gun, we're going to get reaver attacks. And we are planning to actually add more guns, speaking of which. But let's do that after we do the Dune Powerbank. I want to at least set up the Dune Powerbank stuff. So let us real quick get in the position to do that. Ow. I keep running into things. All right, I like to every once in a while run through here and organize things. So we have things in our connectors. I like to go ahead and bring them back to our storage one just so that we know like how much of everything we have. So actually, okay, real quick, let's do something real quick that's going to help a lot of you guys probably not be angry at the screen. So basically all these grinders and welders, a lot of you have been suggesting that we grind them down or disassemble them. So I think that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to place this stuff back. I'm going to grab myself a conveyor sorter, and I'm going to... It didn't grab everything. Okay, it did grab everything now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a weirdly placed sorting thing. Where do I want to place this? All right, temporarily it's going to go right here. And then we're going to place an assembler. This is going to be like an assembler that's only for deconstructing. Just because I can't be asked to go and change all the sorters so they don't pull and stuff. We're just going to set up another assembler. It'll be fine. So set up an assembler right here. And weld a little bit of it. I hope you guys cannot hear the... there's lawn care stuff going on outside. That happens every Wednesday. And I don't know why I continue to record on Wednesdays sometimes. But yeah, unfortunately that's just... Oh, we ran out of magnesium. So we're going to have to go get magnesium eventually. Hey, let's real quick run a quick poll. Okay, so I've been struggling with two schools of thought here when it comes to missiles. So missiles in the base game require platinum and uranium, which means I will never be able to build missiles unless I either go to space or discover some platinum or uranium at like one of the abandoned things. So I will never be able to build missiles unless those two things happen. However, there are mods that remove the uranium and platinum requirements, and I think they also would increase the other requirements as well to compensate. What do you guys think about using a mod like that just so that we'd be able to get missiles? That's one school of thought. The other school of thought is that potentially, once we get our first Reaver attack, we will steal their missiles if we kill them before they use all of them, and then we'll have missiles available for use. That's the other school of thought. So what side of that argument would you guys be on? Would you guys be on the making missiles easier to make so that I can make them? Or would you be on the side where I don't make them, I have to steal them from enemies that I conquer? Let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. Okay, so what we're going to do real quick here is we're going to whitelist this, and we're going to whitelist only certain components. So we're going to whitelist all of our tools that are basic. All of our basic tools. So we want the... grinder, we want the hand drill, and we want the welder. Okay, so with all three of these whitelisted, we can go ahead and set drain all on, and then we can set this right here, this new assembler that we just built, to disassemble stuff. So assembler 7, I want you to disassemble 1 billion grinders, and 1 billion welders, and 1 billion drills. Where's our drills? There it is. Wait, it makes girders? Wait, why do you have an inventory of girders? I did not just say grinder and accidentally put girder. Oh my god. Okay, this is funny for a specific reason. As I was selecting grinder, I actually looked at it and was like, you know, it'd be really easy to accidentally select girder. Like, I actually looked at this and was like, I've selected grinder, but I could have easily accidentally selected girder. That's... wow. I can't believe myself. Girder, grinder. Why are those... I've made that mistake so many times in other worlds as well. Why... I think I have some very small level of dyslexia just for that single word. Grinder, girder. All right, with that set up, we can now look at our inventory and notice that we no longer have any level 0 grinders, welders, and that sort of thing. All right, here's how we're going to play this. So we're going to start by building one solar alignment thing. We're eventually going to have like a lot more, and probably in this episode we'll get at least like 4 set up. And we'll actually even get the infrastructure set up as well. But we're going to start with 1, just so that we have a proof of concept going. So first what we're going to want is... if I go into the build planner, we want solar panels, and what I think I'm going to do, there's a button, okay, I think I have to go in here though. Add components from build planner to production queue, and I think I can shift control to do 10. So let's go ahead and do that. Did I do it? Okay, I did do it. And in fact, let's go ahead and do that again because we want probably 20. Since we're using 8 per thing, 20 would only provide us with 2. Let's do it one more time. And actually even one more time as well. Oh god, it's causing a lot of lag when I do this. So I'm a little worried. Oh man, we have such a long queue here. So I'm actually assembling things with the power of these things right here. And I'm actually getting more power. My output is 1.5. I don't know how my output's so low. Like, are my other things stalled? They probably are. Yeah, they are indeed stalled. In fact, why are they stalled? What the heck? Oh, you know what? I bet you it's because all this is in like separate groups. There should really be a button to consolidate. That should be a thing. Like, so you click a button and it consolidates everything into one group. Because this is ridiculous. I don't think it's using the other assemblers either. That's the problem. All right, let's clear this. Here's what we'll do. This was a mistake. Man, who needs cookie clicker when you have this? I've added way too many things to production. Oh man, what did we run out of? I keep saying missing. Look at the bar on the right side. It's not changing. Look how fast I'm clicking. Oh, I've messed up. Rip. All right, you know what? I'll just let that be. It'll sort itself out. Let's just see if we have enough stuff. Okay, 617. It's still making more. That's fine. How much of these do we have? 158. Okay, that's enough for 1.9 something batteries. Okay, I think we probably have enough to build things. All right, we're off to make our Dune Powerbank. So in our inventories, what we have is enough for a bunch of decoys, enough for 3 rotors, enough for 8 power things, solar panels rather, and enough for a single battery. Oh, and a couple of blocks as well. So let's go out here and to the left. This is where I wanted to make it, where it's kind of a little bit flatter. I mean, it's not really that flat, but over here in the dunes. Also, my thing will always steer left. I still don't know why. Some of you have suggested that it's because of weight distribution, which might be the case, but it was also like this, like when weight distribution was pretty even. Of course, now it's a lot less even with our armor blocks and stuff on the left side, which some of you have also said I should have put on the right side, and I totally agree. I wasn't thinking, but anyways, this isn't supposed to be a combat ship. It should be fine. All right, so I think this is probably a good site for our Dune Powerbank. I guess we'll make our first thing right here. Let's put it on top of that hill, actually, because I think that would be probably a better position. So the point of the Dune Powerbank is it's going to be a disconnected thing. So obviously, I mean, the base is super far away. It's going to be disconnected from the base. It's going to generate its own power, and then we're going to have some system to transport the power back to our base via like a truck or something. So we're going to have like a big battery pack that we'll be able to basically drop off here. It'll charge, and then we'll be able to place it on our base to discharge. That's kind of the whole plan, and I guess we'll see if it works. Let me drive a little bit forward because I want to get on top of this. Okay, this should be good. I'll turn around actually so that the butt is facing that. All right, there we go. Okay, let's start by making our little base. Make sure we have some blocks. Oops, I want big blocks, not small blocks. All right, let's start by making a base here. What we're gonna do is something like this. Block, we'll do a 3x3. I want it to be almost like, actually, let's put it up here. 1, 2, 3, and then in the middle we're gonna have our battery. In fact, let's put our battery a little bit underground. So the idea is that this power bank is going to be connected underground, kind of like those are connected up there. So there will be a lot of easy solar alignment scripts that are connected. Like one will be over there maybe, one will be over there, one will be over there, and they'll all be like connected underground with like a tunnel. So this thing won't have actually very many, I think it'll probably only have like one big battery, which is what we're about to place right now. And that's going to be the main battery to power everything on this site. Other than that, it'll just have the battery bank batteries. So we're going to put our main battery right here, kind of hidden, so that we don't have to worry about it. Oops, not that. We want batteries. Standard Beautiful batteries. All right, that's our first battery. Let's go ahead and grab all the required components for that. And there is our safe battery. So this one right here we'll never really touch. We don't want to steal any power from this. In fact, I wish there was a way to make it so that you can't steal power from that, because I know the battery banks that we build are going to be pretty much trying to steal power from that, which kind of worries me, because I need this to always be active, because it's basically what's going to control the other stuff. So, okay, so we'll put that there, right there. And we'll probably make a way down to get down there and into the tunnels, but for now I think it's fine. Let's build these up. Okay, so for now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this underground area our base of operations. And it's going to basically have our script, which is going to control all of the Izzy's solar alignment things. So you need a script that will basically tell them what to do, the solar panels, and that is what's going to be stored down here. So we're going to have our script probably right there. We'll put a scripting block. Hopefully this stuff will never get damaged by lightning, but we did bring a bunch of decoys to make sure. Okay, so we'll just keep that right there. I think it'll probably be fine. Let's place a block right there above it. Oops, that's not the block I wanted to place. I don't know if I can remove that because it's now in the ground. Okay, whatever, it's fine. Alright, so the way this is going to work is we're just going to go up like this. Probably, I don't know, maybe that high? I don't know how high we necessarily need it to go. The solar panels themselves are like 4 blocks, I think. So we definitely need it to go a little higher than this. Probably like that should be fine. Let's actually remove this one. Okay, then we place our first rotor. Then we place this, like so. Then we place a... Ooh, actually, do we want to go... I almost wonder... Okay, here's what we do. Hear me out here. We're going to place a heavy block right here. Because this is a big rotor piece that if it gets damaged, everything falls. We're placing a heavy block right there so that this is harder to destroy. Okay. So from there, we're going to go out 2 blocks, I think. And then we're going to... No, actually, we're going to go out 1 block. I'm just trying to wonder how I want to set this up. We'll place a rotor like so, and we'll place a rotor like so. And then we will go out 4 blocks. 2, 3, 4 on each side. So this rotor right here allows it to turn this way, and then these rotors allow it to turn this way, and with those 2 axes of movement, it should be able to find the sun in any given position. So let's put our solar panels up. Solar panel. We have enough for 8 solar panels. Actually, let's put a little style in here. Let's get a little style going, because why not? Crazy idea, but hear me out. 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. 1, 2, 3, 4. But then on the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Oops, wrong way. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the bottom, the same thing. All right, there we go. That is our solar panel. It's a little bit thicker than most people do on this side right here. Most people only do a single block and then they place the solar panels, but I think this looks better, and it's also probably a little more structural. Maybe it's not more structural, who cares? But I think it looks a little bit better. And we'll be able to place lights on that right there as well, which should look cool from a distance. Man, we're going heavy on the lights in this series, aren't we? All right, let's go ahead and start with our rotors, because those are probably the things that we need to get earliest. Honestly, all we need is these 3 rotors and like 1 solar panel, and it will the script will be able to work. All right, this should finish up the last rotor, and we did get enough for, I think, 1 of these as well. Okay, so with that 1 going, let's actually go ahead and get our script set up. The script setup is really easy, by the way. Izzy has put a lot of work into making it very simple for us to do. All we have to do is, actually, I'll just go through it real quick. All you have to do is go into the programmable block, click Edit, click Browse Scripts, and this is the scripts that you have subscribed to in the workshop. So we have we want Izzy's solar alignment script right here. Let's go ahead and copy to editor. And then all we have to do is change one. We don't even have to change anything, honestly. What we have to do is change the... Where is it? Ah, okay, so he has a rotor group name. So solar rotors is the name of the stuff. Remember, changes. Let's go ahead and rename our rotors to solar rotors. And it's a group name, so we do solar Save. Let's go ahead and run the script. I don't know if you need to run it. Oh no, it's already running. Okay. So these should very slowly start to move into position. In fact, you might even see this turning. Yeah, you can actually see it turning just it's very slow. But honestly, the sun movement is slow as well, so it doesn't really matter how fast it is. All right, let's get one over here as well. So this one can work, and then we'll finish up welding all the rest of them. I might eventually expand this so it's got like maybe 3 on each side. I think that would look a little bit better, and it would take advantage of more space. But this is a pretty good start. Oh, beautiful solar panels. Oh man, you guys are going to charge up the batteries so quickly. I am slightly afraid of lightning, though. I will not lie. The lightning worries me, because that's why we put the heavy armor block right there, though. But the lightning's ability to smite one block and cause this entire thing to fall is a little scary. I will probably beef up this a little bit, because I don't necessarily like having just one block going up like this. It's very liable to get damaged. I'm gonna beef these up as well. So yeah, this block right here is twice as important as these 2 blocks right there. Even though these are kind of weak and destroying one would destroy this whole thing, destroying this one would destroy both of them at the same time. Destroying only one of these would only destroy one side. So therefore, this block right here is the most important block on the build. Okay, yeah, we did run out of materials, but let's see the Izzy's thing. It's working pretty well. Is it gonna flip? I don't necessarily know how it works. So I don't know what it's going to do with the solar panels. I think it first aligns that way, and then it aligns that way. So let's go and get more materials, and we'll come back and see how it's done. Actually, let's get materials for another tower, and we'll try and place at least our second tower here somewhere. It's just occurred to me there's a super gremlin flying over us. Will it attack us? Who knows? But should I prepare? Absolutely. Tower, turret. Oh my god, I'm so unprepared for these things. All right, let's run into the control and take a look. It is absolutely going to fly right over us. I don't think it's actually going to be in range. I think it's too high. But it is absolutely going to fly right over us. Those things are scary. They look really cool, though. The engines are in weird spots. Honestly, that's all you have to do, is you have to just kill those 3 engines. Or really, one of them would probably do, because the gravity is so high. And that thing would probably plummet to the ground. And then you can take it out like a normal base with a rover. Alright, unfortunately I was only able to gather enough solar panels for 1 more of these towers. But at least we'll be able to get 1 more set up. Now, I will say something. I'm a little worried about the whatchamacallit, the usage. I guess you'd say the CPU usage of Izzy's solar alignment script. I don't know how much it uses. And if we're going to have a lot of solar panels, each with their own rotors that are trying to identify the sun, how much does that use? Does that use a lot of power? Is it going to cause lag eventually, or is it not really a problem that I have to worry about? I guess we'll find out. But technically all I need to do... Well, I don't know. I think it's probably fine. I was going really fast. Holy crap. Alright, let's park here temporarily. Skirt. Hop out, and we can finish these blocks up right here. No, we cannot. We don't have the required materials. Let's grab some steel plates. And... kablam. Alright, that's 1 tower done, asterisk. I will add more to this to make it beefier. But let's build our second tower. So I was saying over there might not be a bad idea. I don't necessarily want to have it such that this shadow will be able to hit it. Which means I don't want to have it like this close, I guess. But over there would probably be fine, because the sun comes over like that. So let's start with an above ground thing, and we'll eventually make this into an underground tunnel. Kind of like what we did for up there. So it's going to look bad for a little bit. But that's just the growing pains, I guess. Okay, right here is probably fine. let's make our pedestal. 1, 2, 3. There we go. There's our pedestal. I don't necessarily care. Actually, let's standardize. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then that thing. Okay. So we go up 8, and then that thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rotor. Then we did heavy armor block. Then we did light armor block on each side. And then rotor on each side. Not piston. That would be a different script altogether if you were pistoning stuff. Although I guess if you had this like so it's right next to a mountain, a piston could allow it to peek over a mountain. But I don't know. Oh man, I think this is just gonna look so cool, especially after we like touch it up a little bit with lights and stuff. It's gonna look pretty awesome. We have an enemy of some kind that has spawned behind us. It is a Spirit of Le Monde. I'm also a little bit worried about those guys attacking these things. It is kind of scary. So I have two things to be worried about. I have to be worried about enemies attacking these things, those guys by accident or reavers on purpose, and I have to be worried about lightning attacking these by accident. All right, let's set up some of our decoys because we have some, so might as well. Let's run back to the first one. Since our first one is our model one, I want to try anything on the first one, and then we'll iterate it to the next ones if we like the idea. So for this thing, I had this idea. What we could do is we could come up like this, basically, because we can build on this little pillar. It doesn't really affect very much. Place like a little top like this, and then we'll put a decoy on the top so that lightning hits that instead of anything down here. So we'll go up 1, and then decoy right here maybe. I don't know, something like that. So we have all these blocks right here as protection, so that these would get damaged before anything under them, presumably. I mean, I don't really know how lightning works. Alright, so I have a bunch of steel plates. I did want to beef this up a little bit, so let's just add half armor blocks on the side, just to make it a little stronger. And we'll do that on all sides. It's going to end up kind of looking a little bit like the wind turbine things that we built, but I think it's a good look. And it'll also add a little bit of strength so that one lightning strike can't necessarily take down the whole entire tower. So now we have a non-functional thing because it's nighttime, unfortunately. I might eventually add some wind as well to this thing, just so that I can keep it self-powered if it needs to. How are you doing? Fully depleted in 5 days. Okay, so it can actually stand the night. That's good. Let's build our little thing. So we were saying we'd build like a little building. Let's do that. I want to build a building out here because I like this. That's fine, but I kind of want to have a control room that's nicer, I guess. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's come out like this. And then, how big do we want this? Let's go like this. And this will be our little building. Okay, so this is kind of what I'm thinking about for our little building design. Just kind of a small little building, little door on the front. You go inside. It'll lead down to there manually. We'll have like a stairs. I don't want to have this. I don't want to have this terrain stairs. I don't necessarily like the look. Okay, so 1, 2. Awesome. That's now how you get down to your little battery and your thing up here. But up here, we'll have a little control station where you'll be able to like control stuff, I guess. I don't know. All right, we're gonna work on some lights since it's nighttime. I wanted to place some lights on these. So first of all, we're gonna have some lights. Let's start with lights up here. So we'll have a light on the front and a light on the back. And those two will be just our red lights. So they'll be blinking red lights just like we have back at the base. So those will pretty much blink on and off like this. There'll just be a little red, blink on, blink off, kind of like that. Then we're going to have the other lights, which are going to be on this side. We'll have 2, 1, 2, and then if we add more, we'll add more lights. Actually, like that. Because that allows us to add more lights very easily, just skipping one like that. So we're going to have those on the front and the back. Oops. So we'll have some back here as well. All right, what do we think about that? That looks pretty cool, I've got to say. Also, I really like the dark look right there. It's a little weird, but I do like it. Here, what we could do is we could add like something... Well, we don't have any steel plates, but what we could essentially do is add something like that to make it look a little bit nicer, or even just add a normal block and then one of these like that. I don't know, we'll change something up over there. All right, there we go. This one is now set up as well. We now have the lights showing. These look really weird just in standby mode, waiting for the sun to come up, but tomorrow morning they're gonna look really cool, aiming at the sun, getting us lots and lots of power. Let's do a real quick check before we run back to base. Let's do a real quick check of our power and see how that's doing. Fully depleted in 4 days. Okay, that's fine. I'm fine with a 4-day depletion because the sun will come up before 4 days are over. So let's go ahead and hop into this thing. And by the way, days in Space Engineers means real life days, not in-game days. So when it says 4 days, it means 24 hours times 4, not 4 rises and falls of the sun. So it really does have a lot of power. So we're gonna leave those chilling over there, and we'll see if we can see them from base. It'll look really cool if we can. Let's try to get back there in one... as I say that, we're jumping over a mountain. Okay. Let's try and get back there in one piece. And then we can work on some of the other stuff at base that I wanted to do. Smaller things, but still some things that are... Oh, watch out for the nickel. Still some things that are necessary to do. All right, base, sweet base. Let's go ahead and park, and we're home. Okay, so now that we're back at base, I want to temporarily shift away from the solar stuff and shift towards bunker stuff, because there's something I want to do with the bunker that's going to help us in the event of any sort of attack, and what that is weapons. We're going to add some sort of gun, or some sort of guns to the bunker, and I don't necessarily know how I want to set this up. I think we'll figure it out as we go, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to have 2 little gun stations kind of below the bunker and out, like right around here and right around here. So 2 little kind of platforms where we'll have guns, and I'm putting them below the bunker so that if the enemies shoot at them, which they will definitely do, they will not like shoot into the bunker. They'll be shooting at the stuff below the bunker, which doesn't matter to us in the slightest. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start, and I haven't actually built the base in a way that will allow us to do this very easily, but we're going to... How do we want to do this? Okay, I'm going to make a second story to the bunker. That's crazy as I say it, but I'm going to make a stairwell that goes down, probably right here. I think this is a pretty good place to do it. It's going to go down and then come right here directly under this block, and then it's going to branch out to either side where we're going to go and make the area. So let's start with this right here and go down a little bit. All right, so I'm thinking something sort of like this. So you go down 1, 2, just like that, and then you're at this level right here. So from here, you probably go down another step. We go down the 2, and then we go down 1 more over here, and then we switch to go out to these sides. Now, how far do I want to go out is the question. That is the question. So if we go out 6 on each side, we'll be over there, and then we'll be over there as well, but more like down there. So we'll have the little gun turret areas down here, and we'll be able to use them, or to make them work like emergency little guns. I don't know. I might do something crazy for them. I might make like a little hatch that'll open when we're in emergency mode, and like they'll like pop out or something, and it'd be really cool. We might do that. That'd be pretty awesome. Okay, so you come down here, then we go out 6 blocks is what we said. So 6 blocks this way. So 6 on this side and 6 on that side. Let's go top side one more time to find out exactly where we want to put these things. Because I don't know why I keep erasing my little placement thing, but let's actually use it a little bit. The good thing about this area is it provides a really nice vantage point. That's why I like it so much, is if our little gun areas are out here, it provides a really good vantage point to everything that's out there. Hey, you can actually see our little solar panels from here. That's kind of cool. All right, so just so we know where to dig, I've gone ahead and surrounded the area we're going to dig in these heavy armor blocks on either side. Now I've actually gone 7 out, so the center is 7 out instead of 6, but that's fine because I can always have the entrance sort of offset a little bit. So we are going to mine this area right here. I guess we'll start with this side. So we want to do a 3x3, I think. Or do we? Honestly, a 2 by whatever is fine. A 2x3 is probably fine. So let's just start by mining out this area right here. Now this is a bit worrying, I guess, because once you start mining, you can't unmine very easily. It makes it very tough because we can't just use voxel hand or anything like that. But I think we probably shouldn't have much of a problem. Okay, so something like that. And we'll mine out this. Alright, I've done a little bit of basic mining on each of these holes. I think they're finally at a level where I'm fine with them for now. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go inside and I'm going to continue to train these out until I come up to this hole right here. And then we'll be connected. And I can remove all this junk and we can actually make the little battalion areas. I don't know, what would they be called? Architecturally speaking, these little gun areas. All right, let's just continue these forward. We're probably gonna have to go out like 10 blocks or something because it's pretty far, but we will keep going no matter what. All right, it seems like we're getting kind of close, so we should be coming up to it any second now. There it is. Okay, so we should be able to make this connection right here. This one will come out, and we'll probably replace these with some heavy armor. But for now, boom, that's the connection. Let's fill in this area, and we'll remove this side of the thing and see what it looks like. I wanted it to be a little bit lower than it is, but I guess I'm probably fine with it. I mean, we could always make it lower now that we know where it is. Like, we could always make that go lower and then connect at a different area, or just make this all heavy armor and, like, block off the entrance to that. That's probably what I will do, honestly. Okay, so with everything thrown down one block right here, and again, we'll fix that. Let's see what a turret would look like. Turret? Let's imagine we just had one maybe positioned right here. Oh, we can't position one, can we? Because it's... Ooh, that is a downside. So I don't think we can position it unless it has like a free area of blocks. Well, not just blocks, but of terrain as well. So that kind of makes this a little more difficult. We will have to make this a 3x3. I think what we do then is we actually go back into the mountain instead of forward. I like that better. All right, do you work now? Yes. Okay, so our turret now works. Let's build it up and see what it looks like. Okay, looking at the view, oh, this is pretty good. I really wish there were a light here so I could see the level of the... What the heck am I seeing? Oh, that's grass. So I can see the level of the terrain, but considering I can see my... Oh, I actually can see the level of the terrain. It's right here. But honestly, any reaver that would attack us would be coming from the skies. They wouldn't be, like, below our base. So this is perfect. And I am going to also add some heavy armor blocks to the front as well. So, like, right in front of this, I'll add a little heavy armor wall kind of thing. And I'll probably exchange all that for heavy armor as well. Let's make it a double. I think that's not a bad idea. Let's extend it that way and just add another one. Okay, so we're going to attempt to plan this relatively smartly. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the connectors in the middle, and that's where the turrets are going to sit. So connectors, connector, and then what we're going to do is the connector is actually going to go down into the earth and then over this way until it gets to that tunnel. So we'll dig down one little... Oops, remove it first. We'll dig down one little bit, and our connector will go down a little bit under the heavy armor blocks. This is not going to be there. We're going to add something else in its place. This is something that some of you are going to love because you've been recommending it for a very, very long time. Okay, so normal block right there and right there. We're going to place this block right here, this conveyor, and then we're going to place another conveyor up there. And that's right there is where the turret is going to sit. But on this side right here, we're going to place a good old-fashioned welder. And the welder is going to allow us to repair our turret. And I'm pretty sure the welder has pass-through. Yeah, the welder can pass through. So we're going to let the welder do the pass-through thing. I think I need to actually grind out some of this stuff before I can do that. Okay, welder pass-through. So we have connectors, welder pass-through. Then we'll have another connector right there. Bam. And then heavy armor backing, probably, if I had to guess. But let's do the same on this side. All right, so for our little gun range, and I did not think I would be spending this much time on this, by the way, we have conveyor, conveyor, welder, conveyor. Same thing on this side right here. And then that is going to go through the tunnel, which is currently up there, but will probably be moved to one block down. And that'll probably be capped with a block. So that's not that bad, I think. Let's weld in some of these blocks, and then let's replicate on the other side. All right, there we go. I think that's actually pretty good for a backing. The problem is these are going to use a lot of weapons, or a lot of ammunition, but I don't think these will be on, or maybe I'll have one of them on each side on for the majority of time, but then the other one will be turned off until we activate alarm mode, or maybe until the other one gets destroyed. I don't know. I think having them on probably uses a lot of power. If it doesn't, we'll be fine, but let's try and place our guns back. Again, tiny bit worried that the Reavers are suddenly going to maul us because we now have 2 more weapons than we had previously. But yeah, I think it's probably going to be fine. All right, weld you up. That's now a fully functioning turret, and let's weld you up as well. Also a fully functioning turret. I'm going to throw 20 in each, just in case we get Reavered out of nowhere. These guys will be able to defend us. They're looking at their surroundings. They have no idea where they are because they've just been placed. But little do they know they have the best healthcare system in the land with these little welders under them. Okay, before we do anything else, let's go ahead and replicate this on that side so that we can at least have what we have here. So how do we replicate this? Oh gosh, we've done so much. I believe what we did is we went down 1 block first. Actually, you know what? You've already seen us do it. Let's just go ahead and replicate this, and I'll be right back once we have it relatively replicated. All right, the left side is now done. I mean, like, not done, obviously. We still need to weld everything in, but the left side is now copying the right side. And if we look straight on to the bunker, we can actually now see that there's a very clear line of defense right out front. Of course, they don't have the kind of thing that I was thinking we might add, which is like a little protection that would come up in the event of an attack. But I don't know if we are going to add that, because that sounds like a lot of trouble for this thing. I think it would need to be much larger if we wanted to do something like that. So maybe we shelve that idea for a different day. I'm very worried now, by the way. My worry levels are at a max because we are now definitely within the range of Reaver attacks. I haven't checked manually, but it goes by turrets, right? And we now added 4 more turrets, which is almost double the number of turrets we had previously. It's kind of scary. Probably in next episode or the episode after that, we're going to add more turrets. I have an idea for a couple of them, putting them right here. Right off the edge right here, just in case anything attacks straight on. We'll have some turrets on this level that will be able to shoot them before they arrive. And then barring that, there are some more turret ideas that you guys have recommended, like putting little turret stations maybe out over there, or maybe on the hill, or on the little mountains over there, and out over there. So we might consider adding some little turret stations that we'll put in a forward operating bases or something like that. But for now, I think everything is looking good. Okay, now everything is armed and we are ready for an attack. Please, Reavers, I did not mean that. We're not ready for an attack. No, we're totally ready for an attack. We've got it handled if they attack us. Or when they attack us, I guess is more accurate now. But I wanted to do more of the solar farm thing and less of the ammo thing, but that took a lot longer than I thought it would. So we're probably going to end up doing, or finishing up the solar farm stuff next episode. And I do kind of like that because it gives you guys an opportunity to weigh in with your opinions, which helped me out quite significantly. But luckily, hopefully next episode we'll finish up that, and then our power concerns will be just gone forever. Because I kind of have a vision of having like maybe 5, 6, 10 of those Izzy's solar alignment scripts, all working to charge up a battery bank, which will be transported manually via truck back to our base. So yeah. Okay, I think this is where we're going to end the episode because it's getting kind of long. That's always the reason it seems. Oh, I want to real quick. Actually, let me go up here. I want to take a peek out into the dunes. This is where we're going to build that lighthouse. And we still probably are, by the way. Although I don't know if I want to keep it a lighthouse or if I want to turn it into like a sort of fort where we have a bunch of guns up here. Honestly, though, I don't think guns will be that important up here because I don't think much will attack us up here. So maybe... I mean, obviously those things will. Wow, that might be a good way to get materials, actually. If we have a little trap so that anything that flies over us just gets, like, destroyed by our little guns. But I wanted to look out to see if we see any little reavers flying around. If we would see them, I don't know. Let's turn this off. Have a little peek. Just looking for some moving dots, I think. I guess that's higher. Maybe having a lighthouse up there would be kind of cool. Or a fort. I don't know. I guess leave that down in the comments what you guys want to see up top here. What the heck? Did you guys just see that shadow? Or was that like a little bit of dust? I don't know what that was. Oh, that was probably a little bit of dust. Considering that I'm kicking it up. But let me know in the comments what you guys want to see up here. Probably a couple episodes down the line, but we could build a fort atop one of these hills, or we could build the lighthouse. Even though the lighthouse would probably end up getting destroyed by these things that managed to fly over. But anyways, if you guys like that episode, please hit the like button, put your comments, your suggestions down in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys in the next episode of Space Engineers.